Hello guys, Wizard here bringing you another Total War Warhammer replay with commentary. For today's battle we have the forces of High Elves, who are being led by the Archmage on top of her eagle. Am I saying that right? Yeah, she's the Archmage of Metal on top of her eagle, and we're going against the forces of Lizardmen, who are being led by Kroq-Gar, not on top of his Carnosaur. But I think this is a horned one. Yeah, the speed shows that this is a horned one. So this is a pretty fun matchup, especially as High Elves. I don't know how to play as Lizardmen against High Elves, but again, from the higher perspective, I think I have it figured out. At least I have a working army, and it does pretty well. So let's just see what we have here for this battle. For my front line, I have 3 units of rangers, pretty nice anti-infantry. They can hold, they can do some damage. We have 2 spearmen in the flank to cover any cav charges here. For the range units, we have 1 unit of archers and 2 units of Lothran Sea Guards with shields in the flanks to protect from any cavs who want to get into the back line, going after our archers or our 2 Eagle Claw bolt throwers. These 2 artillery pieces put pressure on your opponent, put him on a timer, so he has to react to your army. For cav, we have 2 units of Dragon Princes. These guys are pretty nice, and one of the better units against Khorne in the Total War Warhammer 3, because these guys have fire resistance. I'm not sure if fire resistance is gonna work as it does in Warhammer 2. It might change, like magic resistance, which got changed into the spell resistance in the Warhammer 3. But still, if they have it, most of the units in the Khorne army has fire. Have fire damage, and yeah, you have a lot of fire resistance as High Elves. We have 2 Handmaidens of Everqueen, because Lizardmen have really high armored units, large units like Basiladon or Stegadons, and these 2 girls have armor piercing range unit and have a really high armor anti bonus. This is large, which is not armor piercing. That's where our caster come in. With Plague of Rust, we can reduce the armor by 60 if we overcast it. We have Final Transmutation to go after blobs and stuff, so pretty nice. That's it for our army. Let's see what our opponent has. He had a pretty interesting army. We get to it in a minute. For the regular stuff, for the infantry, 5 units of skin cohorts in the front line. Pretty nice, especially with some support from these 2 Basiladons with Arc of Sotek. So that means you're probably gonna win the frontline fight if you cast your Sotek poisons and help the front line to deal with the infantry. And that's it for the front line. For cav, just 1 unit of Oracle one, but a lot of flying units. We have 5 units of Ripidactyl Riders. I didn't even realize these guys are Ripidactyl. I thought these guys are the range variant, Pterodons, I think. So yeah, that's interesting. We have a regiment of renowned Ripidactyl Riders as well, the Colossedon Hunters with their anti-large. So a lot of anti-infantry and a unit with anti-large here. For I don't see any casters here, so yeah, my opponent opted to not bring any casters. I would have changed this Skink Chief with a caster here, but this is a decent unit. It can do a lot of damage in a long battle, with decent missile strength, decent range, poison, and yeah, it's gonna be a nuisance here. So Kroq-Gar, let's see what he has here. He has Swiftness of Itself, Deadly Onslaught, and Sacred Spawning of Swattle. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, without further ado, let's just start a battle and see how we're gonna deal with this army. So first things first, I see the large units here who have a hard time dodging my bolt throwers. Now I'm gonna shoot them. I'm gonna focus one, try to bring it down before it can get into my line, because yeah, they're gonna cause a lot of problem already, taking a lot of damage. On the left flank, I'm sending the handmaidens to start pot-shotting at these Ripidactyl riders, trying to reduce their armors. I'm not sure if these guys, yeah, these guys have missile resistance, and that's gonna mitigate some of that handmaiden range attack. On the right flank, I've sent one unit of Lothian Sea Guard and a unit of archers to try to shoot some of these flying units down, bring them down a bit. This Bastiladon already losing most of its HP. Hopefully we can make it rout before it can get into our lines. It's already wavering. Let's see here. I was pretty afraid of these Ripidactyl Regiment of Renown. If they can catch my caster, she's just gonna melt pretty easily, especially with a bit of support from these other flying units. So yeah, I was pretty curious why my opponent brought these Ripidactyl riders down. I thought, as I said, I thought that these guys are the Pterodon variant with their range attack. So yeah, I was pretty confused, but at the same time I was really surprised that my two Dragon Princes are having a not a hard time, but it's taking a lot of time to bring them down and finish them off. I use final transmutation here. I just want these annoying units off the battlefield. One of the Bastiladons went through my front line. I think he dismounted my Eagle Claw Boater crew, and now yeah, these guys are probably gonna get finished, but fortunately the Dragon Princes are not gonna give up the chase. So yeah, they're just trying to be annoying and deal with them. So let's just slow down a bit. Let's see what's happening here. So because we were able to deal with sorry about that, one of the Bastiladons here, the other one just charged down to my backline, we were able to win the frontline battle. All of these skin cohorts will lose to rangers. Krokar is decent, but I don't think he can be enough of a support for these skin cohorts to deal with my rangers. And yeah, the front line has been won. We were able to catch the Skin Chief as well. He is not in skirmish mode, so he got caught, probably trying to shoot these Dragon Princes down, moving a bit forward. Some tactical reserve for my opponent here. A caster would have been really nice. My opponent could have summoned two Feral Manticores. I might try this army. This is an interesting pick. Just bringing 5 units of flying units, yeah, which just gonna punch through your backline and just deal with them. But I still had some units to deal with them. So yeah, the handmaidens are just gonna chase these riders, try to use their ammo. Not the most value here. They don't have a lot of kills, and yeah, none of them have any kills. But let's see the value here. Yeah, not the best value because I'm not sure. Sometimes they're not accurate enough, but yeah, what can you do? They're still the best choice in my opinion for the tactic that I brought them here for. So archers are back, pretty beat up, all of them. We were able to deal with most of the Ripidactyl riders. Just one remaining are archers. As I said, pretty beat up, but they're back and they're gonna be really crucial here because we have a full HP Bastiladon here, and beside my handmaidens, the archers are the best units that can deal with them. Yeah, the Colossodon hunters are back. Maybe we can make them rout before they can get into our backline. Unfortunately, not happening. They get a charge, but fortunately they break soon after. So what else do we have here? What are the scary stuff here? Because I have 2 units of Dragon Princess, one of them is pretty healthy, one is pretty damaged. I think we're in good spot here. The balance of power shows this as well. The Plague of Rust has been casted on the Bastiladon, reducing his armor to 80. Now I'm just gonna go into the melee because, as I said, I brought the armor down. That means the non-armor piercing attacks are gonna do a lot of damage here. I'm just gonna send one of the handmaidens to deal with the other Bastiladon. He's pretty damaged, so I'm not too worried about his high armor. And yeah, with one or two sorry about that attacks, he's just gonna rout. And I think with that we're gonna win this battle. The poison of Sutek is not gonna do too much against single model units. It's really good against high model infantry, and yeah, that's it. So pretty nice army from my opponent, and as I said, this army has been working for me for a long time now. I think I came up with it after the Twisted and the Twilight, so it's not the oldest army I have in my collection, but they perform pretty well. So the damage value was nice. The final transmutation was cast on 2 Rhipidactyl riders. It did some decent damage. I used the speed of the eagle to chase the routing flying units, which was pretty nice. The handmaidens, they had their HP, even though they didn't do the most damage with their range attacks. I went for melee as well, but yeah, still decent. I've had other battles that these guys were these girls were the MVP. So yeah, the infantry did fine. None of them paid for themselves, but they won their melee fight, so I'm happy about that. The range units got really gooned, but yeah, the Dragon Princess, trusty cav units in the High Elf roster, they usually pay for themselves and then some. Both of these units did, and I just can't say how good these units are gonna be, especially in the Warhammer 3, that we're gonna get fire attacks on many units, and fire magic is getting the healing reduction ability on your enemy unit. So these units are gonna be great if the fire resistance stay the same as it is right now. The Eagle Claw bolt throwers, not the best value, but we were able to bring one of the Bastiladons and just make it useless in the fight. So I'm pretty happy about that. Let's see how our opponent did. Any units with interesting values? Doesn't look like it. None of the units were able to pay for themselves. One of the Bastiladons were close though. So yeah, that's it for this battle, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you guys consider leaving a like and subscribing. It would really help me and my channel grow. And I also have a Discord server. You can find the link in the description of this video. And yeah, that's it. Catch you all later. Bye.